Hi YouTube, a little life update because it's been quite a long time. So this is just sort of about catching up and saying what the future of this channel is going to look like, changing things up a bit. So basically here's what happened. I was performing and recording and doing competitions all the time, all the way up to the end of 2019. In fact, I did 2 internationals in the same month, and I won one of them in 2019. And I was getting ready for Van Cliburn the next year and blah, 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 doing all this stuff. Then COVID sort of shut everything down. I graduated, I got married, I had 2 kids. In the meantime, it's now 3 is coming next month. And a lot's been happening. And then things just sort of changed. I settled in my hometown of Portland, Oregon, started teaching and accompanying almost full time. More than full-time between the 2 things. It was accompanying like part-time and teaching 30 students. And I kind of just thought, well, maybe I won't perform again at all, or at least for a while. And then things started sort of opening up, and I've gotten back into it this year. So for over a year straight, I have been practicing as much as I can, keeping everything else afloat. Nothing like what it used to be, but I still do it, and I find little house concerts or opportunities here and there. And I've been uploading stuff to competitions again and applying. So some haven't worked out, some have. I actually won the local state version of the MTNA, Music Teachers National Association, the collegiate age group. I don't know, last month, I guess? Yeah, and then I just submitted the regional today. So lots going on. I might make nationals. I'm not sure. It's always a roll of the dice. With competitions, one of my teachers said, if you win 1 in 10 that you apply to, you're doing amazing. Like, that's not like, okay, yeah, pretty good. It's like, no, like you're already doing better than average, because there's so many factors, Somebody could be better than you. Teachers could be biased towards other people or towards other playing or even other repertoire, which I hate to say it, but that actually does happen sometimes. I've gotten comments on my sheets like, why did you play this? I was like, so you knocked me down because you didn't like my piece? Sort of weird, but it's a weird industry. So I don't put all my eggs in that basket. It's fun to compete. I think it brings out the best in me because I imagine, okay, what are they probably gonna interpret this as? How am I going to be heard? The whole, depth of the performance, but also the details and how I'm interpreting the slurs and blah, blah, blah. So it's a lot of fun because it causes me to ask questions I probably wouldn't otherwise. But it's also a lot of work, a lot of stress, and often very frustrating when you do hundreds of hours of work and you don't even get into the competition. That actually just happened. I applied to the leads, which, I mean, that's not surprising. I didn't get in because the leads is top 3, maybe top 5 in the world. So it was sort of a shot in the dark. I was like, let's just see what happens. But anyway, that stuff happens, but then you have other ones where you win it and you didn't even expect to. So it's fun. But I also just like playing and recording and doing all this stuff. So that's where this channel comes in. Up until 2019, when I was doing stuff all the time with competitions, I would have a lot of pieces ready at my highest level that I could possibly imagine. And I'd get them recorded professionally, and usually you need a video audition. And so that's what this channel has been. It's basically just a catalog of every time I've had something totally ready to go. And I was always afraid to sort of post something a little more casual, because I'm like, well, that's not the track I started on. So people have gotten to know me for my very best playing, or like recitals, which thank you to everyone who has seen my Rite of Spring transcription from now 7 years ago, believe it or not. Feels like it was yesterday. I still remember the performance like nothing else. But like something like that, was also not for a competition, but it was live, and it was a very, very prepared concert. I think I had been practicing for that for almost 2 years. We're on and off, working on transcribing it, memorizing it, performing it, all that. So anyway, there's so much time that goes into that you can't really meet the demands of regular uploads given that you just possibly can't have all those pieces ready at the same time. You know, even a couple times a month would be pretty crazy. And that's kind of what YouTube wants. If you grow a channel, they want to see content all the time. They want to see catchy thumbnails. They want to see people commenting, liking, and subscribing regularly, or they won't push that content out. And I'm not here to become a YouTube star or legend, or I would be doing things very differently. But at the same time, I don't want to have a channel that's completely gone flat simply because I'm like not giving the most prime content possible. So this channel is going to be basically rebranded and rethought into what it really represents. I will absolutely still have high quality performances of pieces when I have them ready. And I actually just recorded a big album last week with video that will be available through my website. And I'm going to put 3 teasers of complete pieces on this channel in the next month and a half. So you can expect that. But it's also going to be little casual updates. I've been pretty active on social media like Facebook and Instagram for the last, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks or something. Early October. And I decided, hey, let's just start pulling those videos over to here. I'll probably stitch several of them together so you get longer updates and little samples of my playing that will not be mic'd well and will not necessarily be prepared well, but you can at least check in, see how I'm doing, see what I'm doing. And often I'll talk a little bit about it, like the history of the piece, or I have a technique tutorial thing also on a different YouTube channel. And it's all about like my process of how I learn and how I break it down and stuff. So if you're more the student that wants to learn how to grow, probably go to the other channel and follow it. If you're more the listener that says, oh, I really like your music and I don't know a note of piano, then this is the channel to be watching for. And if you're both a casual listener and a student, then I guess subscribe to both if you enjoy that. So that's kind of what's going on. You're going to see a little bit of all of it. Some behind the scenes with my career, my updates, my life, and some high quality performances, some low quality performances, some absolutely just toss off for fun, like here's me sight reading Christmas music. Because I would rather have content keeping going than sit here for 2 years and go, okay, I just gave you 4 pieces that I recorded, when I had the funds and the reason to record them for a competition or something. Like I don't want to keep this so unengaged. And though this channel has not blown up, I still have been accumulating subscribers pretty frequently, like at least a few a month, and people are watching and commenting, and I read every single comment, especially on the Rite of Spring. I mean, there's like hundreds of comments or something. And I see those all the time, and I read those, I take them to heart, I appreciate the support, and I don't want to leave all of you with absolutely no continual feedback. Like, you've subscribed for a reason, and I want to give back. So you can expect a lot more content in the coming days, weeks, and months. I kind of don't know where I'm going to go with this channel quite yet in terms of specifics, but that's why I have this video, just to let you know what's happening. So thanks so much for the support over the years. Can't believe I started this channel almost 12 years ago. I've played the piano for 14 years. And about 2 years in, I just started uploading stuff from, I'd be working on getting ready for the next piano lesson or whatever, and I'd send it to a friend, back when I didn't think YouTube was going to be any more than like 20 people listening. And then it was kind of growing and growing. And so I'm kind of going back to that a little bit, although it'll be better than, I started this yesterday. But there you go. That's the news. And stay tuned for so many other things. I'm going to be doing album drops, courses released, a lot's going on my website. You can check out on the description. I've done a full revamp of that. And I'm super excited for this next season and to return to the world of YouTube and social media and everything. So thanks for watching. I will see you all soon.